Hi. We'd like to do an idea for you that was related to
a self-help program. Do it yourself philosophy. Do it right now philosophy. It's already too late philosophy. This is what you and I need to get with. And the only way we're going to solve our problem is with a self-help program. If we can get a self-help program started, we have to have a self-help philosophy.
I have arrived here from the ghetto myself.
It's a grind. The wonderful thing about the grind is it never changes. So it doesn't matter what your job is. Everybody who's on the grind understands what it is and the fact that it's constantly evolving and constantly changing, and you never get the better of it. But that's what makes the ride exciting. So it wasn't always like this. I used to come to Detroit and be at Coco's House of Comedy, you know what I mean, in front of maybe 100, 120 people if it was great. And I was still happy to be in Detroit then, and I was feeling the love from Detroit on that level. So for it to go to this level is more responsibility, more people to service, but you still got to stay on that grind.
A lot of people try to take our craft and use it as a hustle, but was that what you really called to do? You got some guys that should be writers instead of being on the stage. You got people that should be working, doing something else. Right. You know, and people don't really respect the game. Comedy ain't no hustle. And some people jumping in and say, hey, I'm funny, let me go on stage and use it as a hustle. Right. And the market for comedians is just as oversaturated as it is for the hip hop.
Okay, well, you know, comedy is easy. You know what I mean? Because it's just me. And I don't have to depend on anybody else to help me shine or any of that stuff. I don't have to make an idea work, because I can make the idea work myself. But with movies and TV, you're always in collaboration with others. With collaboration with others, always personalities and just constraints. So stand-up is like, you know, raw creativity. TV and film is like watered-down creativity, but you just try to get in where you fit in.
I'm a fan of the craft. I'm not only a comic, I'm a comedian, but I'm a supporter of other comedians. And a lot of people don't understand that. You know, you got a lot of these guys that bite each other's back out. You know, I look at the Bernies, rest in peace, the D.L.s, the Rickey Smileys, the Cedric the Entertainers, the Dave Chappelle's, Martin's, Jamie Foxx's. List goes on and on, you know, endless. Even to the Mike Epps, the Katt Williams, you know, Lavelle Crawfords, Corey Hogan's, and myself. We're all in one big group, but one man's success has nothing to do with another. We're all going to open up our own doors, for, you know, and hopefully those doors that we open help other people that are coming out. But everybody has a different lane to be funny in. It's just finding which lane you like the most.
I ain't never been a $200 or $300 guy, but I will work for $200 or $300 just to make sure everybody get a chance to see Foolish. And you pile up those shows to the point to where you're getting $100,000 show. That's how everybody grinds out, from Dave Chappelle, you know, to D.L.Hughley, to anybody else, you know, Dan Cook. Everybody always had to risk, you know, their whole career to make everybody, you know, giving them that exposure.
The power comes in being honest with yourself, being able to laugh at yourself, being able to be open. The physical isn't everything, you know. A lot of people, I think some of the surprises, some of the things that I have been through, because I'm I looking chick, you know, man, I do my thing on the looks department, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. all those things are blessings from God, you know what I'm saying? And when you can step outside of what someone thinks that you might be, or their preconceived notions of you, you know, and really tell them the honest truth, and I'm just like you, you're just like me.
Then to be with SNS, you know, doing my thing with the SNS leadership, yeah, I mean, it's just so serious. That's what SNS is right there.
It's all that.
It's so
serious,
serious.
no games.
Yeah, we get it done. So
that is a blessing, you know. It's all God, it ain't me, because you know, brother could be sitting at home wondering where my next gig coming from.
I love what I do. I do it every weekend, and it still drives me. And I think that now I'm young enough to have the strength to do it, and old enough to have a lot of experience.
Because I believe so heavily in God that I call on Him to give me sometimes the voice to speak how I speak and things I need to say. So when I'm talking on stage and when I'm on stage performing, I feel that spirit of Him, of the Holy Ghost, actually helps me get through it. So, you know, God is everywhere in all things that we do, and it's up to him. It's up to him on how we do it. So that's not just me up on that stage. Believe that.